I know you're wondering, why the hell is this girl wearing sunglasses? Because I have to use natural light because I didn't bring any of my light. So yeah, and the sun is so bright. It is literally like 7:45 in the morning. I have been up because I want to get this content out because they're going to start construction in a little bit. So I need to go ahead and make this video. But anywho, hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. My name is Khadija Denise. Today I want to share with you a roughly about how much I spent. Well, I will say roughly because it does vary. It just depends on the month. But on a really good month, I can live for less than $1,000 here in Tulum. So if you are interested in seeing exactly what I spend, get a breakdown and some recommendations. If you're looking to move, definitely lock into this video. Alrighty, so the most important thing is, where are you going to live, right? So I have done a video of where I live. I didn't really go into how much I spend. I don't know why I didn't do that, but we're here now. And so if you're interested in seeing my full apartment, I'd include the gym, the pool, my actual apartment, things of that nature. So I do have a studio apartment, and I mean, it's not like the fanciest, but I really like it. In my other video, I do show that we have two pools. I'm looking at one of the bikes right here. So it actually had 3 bikes for whatever reason. So it came with bikes already. And then the gym isn't like the greatest. And I've been debating on getting a gym membership, but that's later in other costs. But anywho, so gym, security, 24-hour security, all that good stuff. So my rent is roughly 12,000 pesos. My landlord, they live in Canada, and so they prefer US dollars. I guess maybe, well, they don't prefer. They say I can do pesos or USD, but for me, it's just easier because of the fluctuation. But I guess of the peso and the conversion rate. Yeah, I'm gonna think about that because I may be losing out on money. But anywho, so I paid $600, and that's everything is included. I looked up, when I say I manifested this apartment, y'all, like no joke, I manifested this because electricity is that's one of the things I mentioned in previous videos. Electricity is so expensive here in Tulum and in Mexico, period, but specifically Tulum. And so I was able to be blessed to find an apartment that includes my rent. Of course, it includes the rent, girl. It includes electricity. So I am mindful of my consumption. I say my consumption, just because I don't want to get a surprise bill when I pay you that $600 at the first of the month. Girl, that's all I want you to bill me, okay? So my $600 includes, of course, all of the amenities, and it actually has a massage room, but that's kind of occupied right now because they're renovating the pool upstairs. And so they have an area where you can book private massages, and people, you can book them and they come do them or whatever the case may be. And it also has a movie theater. I haven't been in there yet, but I don't know. Yeah, depending on how. But anywho, so that's just the basic stuff, right? That we get. Then there's my electricity that's included, the bikes, of course, and then cleaning. So I get one free cleaning. They come through, they clean the windows, bathroom, like all the stuff you would do when you. I mean, I clean. I feel like I clean it all the time, every day, all day. But I clean, but it's just nice sometimes to have someone come in and do the stuff that I really don't want to do. So that's included as well. And I leave a tip, maybe like 100, 200 pesos. So roughly around, I'm tipping these folks $5 to $10. I mean, I guess that's not a lot. Yeah. And they're nice. The one lady, she was so nice. So I want to make sure I give her, she did a really good job. I'm going to make sure I request her this time around as well. So that's the first expense. When I first got here, I did do Airbnb, and I do recommend that just for maybe, I would say no longer than 2 weeks, because I did the first one. It was rough. I mean, it's one I was always comfortable with, and I had people coming in town. So it really wasn't like a living situation. I was off. I didn't have anything on my schedule. I was just kicking it that first week I got here. Then I moved over to a long term, and I ended up extending it because this unit was not going to be ready until July. So I was like, you know what? I'm already here. I'm not going to look for another place. And I have to move my stuff, luggage, all of that stuff. So it's a 5-minute walk, literally. Like I was lugging my luggage over to the new place. I made 2 trips and I was able to get everything over. But I paid, I know I probably paid like $1,200 to $1,300. It was too expensive, and it was even smaller than what I'm staying in now. Like I did like the fact that the gym was 24 hours. But that was really only the one. I mean, it did have 2 pools, but the one was out most of the time. So it's like, yeah. But I think that should be a separate money bucket. So what I typically do when I know I'm going to be traveling, I do like Airbnb gift cards. So if you're familiar with just going in, adding the credits, it's like, y'all know how to do gift cards. Why am I explaining this? But anywho, and so when you get ready to leave, you can just, every time you get paid, you can just do like a $1,500 gift card, keep adding it to your bucket. And so that will be your first month is covered, right? You don't even have to worry about that. I definitely recommend that for any trip. So I'm getting ready to go to Africa next year. I'm so scared, y'all. But so that's one of the things that I'm doing, getting ready to do. Actually, I'm not sure I'm going to do it this week or next week, but I'm going to, because I still have to pay for my Dominican Republic stuff. But let me stay on task, y'all. So that's one of the things that you want to do is just make sure we have an extra bucket so we won't keep dibbing and dabbling, and we already have that accounted for, right? So how to find housing, Facebook groups. That's basically it. That's basically it. So you can do the Facebook group. And then when you do that, a lot of times they have links to the WhatsApp groups. And so what I did, this is exactly what I did to find my place. I know that I want to stay central because one, it's close to it's close to the ADO. I be keep saying I want to say ADO. Girl, it's not a Nigerian word. ADO bus station, because y'all know I'm back and forth. And I can literally, like, as soon as I walk in my building, boom, grocery store, right? And then if you want to do like the touristy things, a lot of the meetups is at Starbucks right here, the grocery store right here, or the other grocery store. Maybe like a 7-minute walk, but I'm close to everything, like the bars and the clubs when they still have Black and Tulum. I'm still in walking distance of all of that stuff because of taxis. That's another stick to the point. So I decided I wanted to live central, and I had stayed in Tulum before, this building across the street from where I am now. And I'm like, well, okay, I know they have a gym. I know it's close by the store. I know it's close by everything. I wanted to be somewhere I was familiar with, because a lot of the times, if you're not familiar with these areas, you'll be somewhere in the real, like Tulum is the jungle, but you'll have your ass in the jungle for real. And you trying to get everywhere and you can't get there because you either got to bike it out, rent an ATV, and I'm not comfortable with somebody holding my passport. I'm just not, because a lot of them require that, or you have to pay a deposit of absurd amount. And then they're driving, cars, whatever. Girl, stay on task. So I decided that I want to stay in Central, right? So I posted a picture of myself smiling. Why did I do that? Well, I had already joined some Facebook groups because you want to be inviting, right? You want people to know who they're talking to, who they're potentially maybe doing business with. So I posted, say, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I want. I'm looking for an apartment in this building, which is the Tulum building. And Lana, who is actually my landlord now, she reached out to me and said, hey, I don't have a building. I don't have a unit in that building, but I do have one that's close by, and this is how much it costs. Everything's included, you know. I'm like, cool, which is really crazy because I was already literally talking to maybe like 2 or 3 other people regarding this building. So when I say this was something that I manifested, it was meant for me to be here. Not to say everything is perfect, but it's pretty good and I'm grateful, right? So that's exactly what I did. And I met with the lady that she has on the ground. We met. I literally looked at one place and I was like, okay, let's do it. And so that's how I found my place. So Facebook groups, and then you join the WhatsApp groups. If I can remember, I'll put the links down to some of the groups. But if I forget, y'all, just remind me in the comments, please. Hey, Khadijah, send us those links, right? I'm already 10 minutes in at just the first point. Okay, let me get moving. But that's the biggest of it, right? That is the chunk. Once you get past the accommodations, everything else, you know, is all good. You can actually find something. And so right now is what we call low season. November, December, January, February, that's when, you know, the weather is like really nice. The beaches look really good. There's no seaweed. So I came in May. I didn't even know any of this. I guess looking back again, I'm supposed to be here because Allah definitely blessed me with everything that I needed. I came during low season, so it's really easy to negotiate prices, negotiate deposits. It's easy to move in. All you need is a copy of your passport and your deposit. That's it. I mean, some people require different things. They want to see bank statement, but my thing is, come on now. I'm the worst case scenario. I don't pay you rent. You ask me to leave. Like, this is not, and I get it. I'm in another country, but when I know that I can just move in with money and an ID, why would I give you all this extra information and all of this extra deposit? Like my deposit is only $300, so I can text her today and be like, hey, I'm moving out tomorrow. Cool. She already got my deposit. Keep it. I'm gone. Right. Some of them they require the same amount of what you're paying. So my thing is, I get it. I know people. Maybe I just make this video about housing, because it's already at 12 minutes. So I get it. People are like, well, you're not coming here to live like you do in the West, blah, 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 whatever, man. My thing is, let people go where their happiness is. How many immigrants come to America looking for a better life? There aren't nearly as many Americans and well, maybe collectively, maybe, but not in Mexico. It's not nearly as many Americans in Mexico, than it is Mexicans in the United States. I know everything is going on with ICE and all that. I know it's a sensitive topic, but I say that to say, I know what to expect when I come here, and I don't, I'm not accepting anything less, right? So when you're telling me that I need to pay $800-900 deposit, yeah, we know how deposits work, right? You might want to give it back, you might not. What's stopping them from keeping it? Nothing. So I would rather do like $300. Yeah, $300 is, I mean, that's a lot of pesos, but I've spent $300 on things that I won't even remember. I won't even remember. I actually probably haven't remembered. I've spent $400 on this tattoo. So it's not a whole lot of money. So if anything happens and I don't get it back, do you see where I'm going with this? But yeah, I mean, and then it's low season. So why am I paying you 1,000 USD to stay in the jungle? Not doing it. I'm not doing it. So if you are truly looking to come to Mexico to live, just be mindful of that. And I mean, be a little bit flexible in the things that you want. So one of the cons of my particular unit, and a lot of the units, they don't come standard with washer and dryer. So you have to go to the laundromat The other unit that I was in before I came over here, they did have a washer and dryer, but it was like one for every floor. So you have like, they open it. It was just like it was like Hunger Games to get your laundry done. I'm like, this is ridiculous. But luckily I stay next door to the laundry room. So you have to go down, sign in for the key and all that good stuff. So that was definitely a hassle. I don't miss it, but it was a little bit more convenient than going to the laundromat. But I'm not opposed to going to the laundromat now just because I'm used to it and I don't have to worry about doing my laundry. Like, I drop off 2 loads, colors and whites. That sounded weird saying that. But that's what they're called, I guess. And so they fold them. Well, they wash and dry them first and they fold them. I go pick them up, bring it home, put it up. It's like a 20-minute walk there and back. If I ride my bike, less than that. So that's one of the things. I guess I can include that in housing as well. Okay, we're at 15 minutes. I think I can go ahead and knock it out. I'm trying to keep it short and to the point because y'all know I start ranting, just be all over the place. So how much do I spend on food? I went over housing and everything. How to find housing. Oh, okay. So one more thing about housing. You want to look at, always ask like the address, and they should be including that anyway so you can kind of know where the place is and know specifically where it is. So that way you can go to Google Maps and so you can like type in different places like the bus station, the grocery store, so you can kind of see where everything is. Now granted, I mean, they have stuff over in those areas, but the power goes out more than it does in Central. So keep that in mind if you are truly looking to move to Tulum. I'm not sure how everything works in Playa as far as the electricity. I'm part of that group chat as well. The only time that everybody had an outage was yesterday, and like the whole Yucatan Peninsula, Quinto Roo, like everybody was out, and that was due to like a major outage, whatever. But anywho, same thing with Playa. I mean, the groups, Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups. You can also find a lot of activities that's going on. You can, whatever. So let me bring it back. I did everything. So yeah, that's everything with housing. Okay. Food. Food is the next thing for me because I love to eat and I feel like I'm always at that store. I'm pretty sure these people probably are thinking I'm trying to set up like a robbery or something because I kid y'all not, I'm in this store every day. Every day. Either to get a sweet treat, man, you can see my face like I'm gaining weight. Y'all, I came out here and started going in on the sweet treats. Okay, I'm locking back in this week. But anywho, I guess that's one of the pros and cons because I'm like, I don't get a lot of stuff because I know the store is not far from me. So typically I will spend, so when I go, so tomorrow, Sunday, that's where I go and I do like my stuff for the week. Well, actually I don't do it for the week because I'm kind of fickle when it comes to food. So I'll roughly do from Sunday to Wednesday. So that's 4 days. So and then I'll go. So I'm spending roughly $50 that first trip. I'm getting most of my proteins. I'm getting my yogurts. I'm getting my sides. So basically when I run out of like those little things, like my dairy and my yogurt and stuff like that, I'll go back. And so I'm roughly spending around $70 per week when I do my shopping. So was it like $240? 7 times 4? No, that ain't right. 28, 200. I'm spending that much money on groceries. Jesus. 280. Okay. It's early, y'all, and the sun is still in my face. So I spent it. So let's say we're gonna say $300. So we're already at $600 for rent, and then I would say $300 for groceries. That's the bare minimum that I'm spending. So that's if I'm just eating in all the time and I'm cooking. I'm not really doing a lot of traveling. That's under Oh, okay. So I guess it is a little bit less. Well, actually, it is still under 900. It's still under $1,000 because my laundry is only maybe like $6 or $7. A lot of things my sister came. She was like, "Girl, I couldn't do this." So a lot of things I do hand wash depending on what it is. Like my workout stuff, I keep laundry detergent in my unit. Some things I just don't want to lose because I have come home with other people's laundry and I'm missing a top. And it's not even about the cost. Like, yeah, it ain't no chump change, but I can't get it here. So it's like I hold those near and dear to me. So my workout stuff, when I get done working out, I'll let it soak for a little bit and I'll hand wash it. But I say that to say laundry is, I don't do laundry every week. So when I do it, it's roughly around $7 to $8 once it converts. So we'll do 900. We'll round it up to $20. So we're at 920. What else? So we got laundry, we got food, and we have housing. And yeah, internet. I don't pay for internet. That's it. That's under $1,000. Let me check my list, make sure I'm giving y'all everything. Yeah. I don't pay for gym memberships. Have a gym here, so that's on a good month. Now, if sometimes I'm being bad and I eat out, oh, the sun is shifting. If I eat out, then that may be a little bit more. If I have people in town, that may be a little bit more because, of course, I'm doing the things. We're going to dinner. If I decide to go to Playa for that weekend or a Bacalar, of course, I'm doing the ADO, ADO, ADO bus. The ticket, the most that I pay for a ticket is roughly around $25, and that's because I'm going to Bacalar, and that's like 3 hours. So that's to be expected because it is a longer trip. So I do include those trips on my channel when I go and do the things and the things. And of course, if I decide to stay in Playa, that's an extra cost because I'm paying for an Airbnb. But that's not really, But of course, I'm not doing that every month. So like October, locked in. I kind of want to go to Playa because I am going on a trip. I'm not sure. I might just order everything and have it sent to my mom's and have my sister just bring it when she meets me in DR. So October, I'm kind of saying put so that I can, one, get ready for this trip because when I do the stuff and the stuff and the stuff, I'm eating the stuff and I'm drinking too much and I'm turning up and I'm doing all the stuff, okay? So I'm trying not to do none of the stuff. So, and two is I'm going to be running a tight ship for the next few weeks, well, the next few months. I am actually going to be leaving Mexico. Like I said, I'm going on a trip. I don't know how long I'm going to be there. I don't know where I'm going. I know my first stop is South Africa. And we're going to do the things. I'm going to take y'all with me. And I'm just going to keep on working on my brand, building my business, everything that I got going, just locking in, doing the things I need to do so I can have the life that I want to live, y'all. So hopefully this video wasn't too long. And if you have any questions, you can definitely feel free to reach out to me. I've deactivated my socials just because I need to, like I said, really just lock in and be distraction free as possible. So we're at 23 minutes. Okay. And the sun is shifting and I know it may look crazy on camera. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully it wasn't too long and hopefully I didn't rant too much. This is why I like to have like points. Because once I get on this camera, y'all, I just love to talk to y'all. Okay. So again, if you have any questions, I do have bookings on my calendar too. If you want like a one-on-one consult, those are available as well. Because it's nothing to do with, if y'all want videos on how to save, how much you need to save, what you need to be doing, all of that good stuff, I got you. Just let me know if there's something. Because sometimes I think like, oh, why somebody want to know that? That's easy. They can just Google it. But I have to get out of that mindset because the content that I consume may be different than what you're looking for. So just let me know what you would like to see and any questions that you have. Until next time, I love y'all. Protect your peace, protect your energy. and let's do it. 2026 is a year we do the things that we want to do, y'all. As you can see, this life that we're living, it's like we're living in a matrix. Sometimes I just be doing stuff and I don't even remember. I'm like, when did I do that? How did I do that? Like, the days are, y'all, we don't have forever. Do the things that make you happy and find your happy moments and find your bliss. And if people don't want to do it with you, fuck them. If you have to do it by yourself, do it. All right, this is really the end of the video. Love y'all. Bye.